Hey y'all! Alright, so today I went to the movies and I finally got to see The Eternals. It came out, a couple days ago. And I think I enjoyed it. Alright, so I'm not going to remember all the characters' names or even all the actors' names that played people. As y'all know, I tend to do a stream of consciousness of what I'm thinking about when I thought about what I saw in the movie. But anyway, seeing Rob Stark, I know that's not his name, but like I said, I'm probably gonna call him whatever name I want to call them. His entrance made me super happy because of the way he kind of flew in and then did this little walk. I was just like, all he needed was a wolf, and it would have been like, oh, Rob Stark's alive. I know, I'm so cheesy and corny, but I'm also a little bit annoyed that how the previews, for the few previews that I remember seeing, I just felt like they set up this Game of Thrones reunion between Rob and Jon, and they saw each other for 2 seconds, but that had nothing to do with the story. I really did think it was a good time. The action was enough, but also I think because I don't really know too much about the Eternals, it didn't really feel super like a Marvel movie to me. But I think that's just because of my lack of knowledge of who these characters are. It did, but it was a fun time. I actually cared about the characters. I wanted them to succeed. The character of Sprite. Now, whenever somebody's stuck as an internal child, I always feel for them because whatever their reasons behind doing what they're doing, it's always to do with them being stuck where they are and how everybody else gets to live lives and move forward and they can't. So I'm always like, you did the wrong thing, but I understand your reasoning, so I wasn't too mad at Sprite for what they did. And I also really enjoyed how all the names, at least some of the names, at least in my memory, their names correspond to some other part in history. So it was kind of like one of those, oh, Athena, played by Angelina Jolie. It was like, haha, Athena, the goddess of war. But she's like, no, it's Athena, drop the A. And I thought that was cute. But then, Druig, like, I feel like, that was a play on, the Druids. Unless I'm thinking too hard about this. But, so that was cool to me. And I also enjoyed his relationship with the fast girl, whose name I don't remember, but I really enjoyed their use of sign language, and I really loved how, even though they weren't signing with her all the time, but she understood them, she understood their feelings, and it was just very beautiful. And then her enjoying being all and the rest like, ew, I don't like this. What are y'all doing? I don't want to look at this. Like families do. I really enjoyed the conflict that they had within, like, some of them were like being like, no, we have to stop this event from happening. And aside from Ikaris, which we'll get to in a second, the people who were like, no, we have to let this event continue, wasn't like they necessarily wanted the thing to happen. It was like, this is what we're here for, this is our purpose, and there's nothing we can do about it. But obviously that didn't happen. Okay, another slight thing that slightly bothered me. It's like, okay, I get it. Ikaris flew into the sun, his wings melted, all that. I mean, we didn't have to do that literally, because it's like, I would have enjoyed when the next movie's coming, I would have enjoyed the fallout from him accepting the consequences of his actions instead of him, being Ikaris. Oh, and the other thing I really liked was how Faustos, how his power was technology. It wasn't like earth, air, fire, make me magical. It was technology, and I was just like, yes, because that is a superpower, being able to see how things work and build them. And I was like, and also I just really loved that was the black guy who was in the technology. All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the post-credit scenes. Not gonna get into too much details. Like the first one, I didn't really get. Because yeah, and it was cute because the dude, but like he's not famous to me. I get that he's famous, but like he's not famous enough for me to actually care. But the second one, I was just like, because first of all, let me just be clear. I don't know who the Black Knight person is. I have no knowledge of that, but I know that voice that I heard was Mahershala Ali, and I was just like, ooh, we're bringing Blade in already? I know that was Mahershala Ali. I'm going to look it up, but I'm like, yes, know that voice. So I actually am looking forward to the next couple of movies if they are able to continue on how they may marry into like the, I don't know, I don't want to call it the main MCU, but I guess it is, and how they, you know, mix in, because aside from them talking about the other characters, I never would have guessed that this was a Marvel thing at all. But like I said, I enjoyed it. It was a fun time. I don't think it was too long at all. And if you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, tell me why, because I want to talk about it.